What's up everybody? Today we're going to do an unboxing of a load sensing demo kit. So we'll start by unboxing our gateway. And this is the 4G gateway. So pull the gateway out of the box here. Got the Ethernet cable is pre-installed. Put that to the side there. And then let's go through everything else we've got in the box here. So we've got a USB-C to Ethernet cable. This is for local connection from the gateway to your computer. We won't need that right now. This is the back panel mounting bracket, so you can mount this easier onto a wall. And then you have the PoE, which has a AC power cable and the actual PoE power supply. So all we're going to need right now is this power supply, and in the top of the box here we have all of the documentation for this gateway. So to power up the gateway, all we need to do is plug in the AC adapter to our PoE, pull off this little twist tie. Going to plug in this AC cable, and then if you look at the adapter here, you have data and power out and data in. Data and power out is going to go to the gateway, so it's going to provide power and data if you're using an external internet connection, or just power in our case. So we have a SIM card slot on the side here. I've got this demo unit is pre-installed with a Verizon LTE SIM. And then you have the debug port down here, which has the on-off button and the LED indicator. Blinking red means that it's still booting up, and then once it's just solid green means it's finished booting. And then the only other connector on here is the external radio modem ports. The internal modem radio on here, the internal radio antenna is good for anything under like 2 kilometers or so. If you want to get the full 15-kilometer range, you want to put external antenna onto here. All right, while the gateway finishes booting up, let's unbox our node. And here we have a vibrating wire 1-channel node. Here we've got one port to put a vibrating wire sensor cable through. So take our hex driver, loosen these 4 screws, and in here you can see this is where we would wire up our 4 sensors. We have our lithium cell battery here, and then there's a switch to go from battery to external power. Right now it's on external power. That means this node is powered off because there's no external power connected through this USB port. To complete our setup, we're going to unbox our configuration phone here. So we've got a USB mini to USB micro cable, and we have our Android phone. And you can use any Android phone for this, but our kits come with a Android phone with the configuration app already installed. So once the app's installed on your phone, all you have to do is plug the USB mini into the node, plug the micro end into your phone, or USB-C if you're using a newer model phone. And then as soon as you plug that in, the D-Log app will open up. Okay, so now to connect this node to our gateway, we're just going to go to Node Configuration, Setup Wizard, and we're going to follow the steps here. All right, so we've already had pre-configured this node, so I'm just going to go next, next, next. We can set our sensor configuration here for the type of frequency range we want to measure. It's going to give us an output of the data. We don't actually have a sensor connected right now, so this is giving us bad vibrating wire and a bad thermistor reading, as we would expect. And then we go to the radio configuration. LS radio is for the 4G radio. There is also the multi-gateway radio, which is for the multi-gateway version. For the node network size here, it's always recommended to put this to your final node size for your project. even if at the beginning you don't have all those. And then advanced options, we're going to use the defaults. We've already got our gateway information already pre-programmed into here. And then we're going to hit next to do the signal coverage test. And as long as our phone is connected to Wi-Fi here, this will give us the results on the phone as soon as the test is complete. If we weren't able to connect the phone to Wi-Fi, either from your office Wi-Fi or tethered to your own personal phone, you would do the offline test option, and we could collect the results later from the gateway. All right, now our test has completed, and you can see our results here. We've successfully connected to the network, and these SF numbers are the spread factors, and that tells us the quality of the connection. What we want to see is we want to see the lowest spread factor values being successful, and we have 9 out of 10 on SF7, which is the lowest spread factor, which is pretty good. Ideally, you want 10 out of 10 on everything, but 9 out of 10 is pretty good. And that's it.